Welcome back, everybody. Lighting ESL word of the day. What's our word today? I don't know. An easy word, a very well-known word, a difficult word, a word we never heard of before or hasn't been spoken in hundreds of years. Let's find out. We're going around the room like now, as you can tell, up and down, whatever. And what do you think? Over there? He's pointing over there. Okay. Stop. Mistake. Now, the word mistake is a very, very common word. That's true. However, there are many uses for the word mistake. First of all, how do we spell the word mistake? Okay. Now, common word, correct? There are many meanings of the word mistake. If I went like this, just like this, follow me through. If I went like that with an eye, that's a mistake. I made a forced error. I did it on purpose to show you. That's a mistake. And sometimes teachers will do this just to see if you are listening and what they're doing. They'll purposely on the board make a mistake like that to see if you notice. So we take that mistake and we correct it. That's what we do. We put an A in here, don't we? We corrected that mistake, that error, all right? But remember, this word can be used in many things. For example, let's say you do something in school, an assignment, all right? You did not read the instructions carefully. You made a mistake, all right? You didn't realize it till later. Mistake, you took the wrong road to come home. Mistake, you went out late, too late. It was a mistake to this, mistake for that. You didn't bring enough money for transit. It was a mistake. You didn't think it through carefully before you went out and did this or that. That's called also a mistake. You see what I mean? It's not always a written mistake, arithmetic mistake, calculus mistake, and so on. Sometimes you do it on purpose to see if anybody notices. You see what I mean? So mistake comes many, many ways, many, many uses for the word mistake. Is the mistake I'm teaching you? No, it's not. I've always known I could help people many, many ways in English lessons. I've always known that. For decades and decades, long after 30 years of teaching. I've known that many ways. That's not a mistake. But it's a mistake to think I can teach everybody at the same time. Of course that's a mistake. Everybody learns differently at different paces. That's true. Any teacher that tells you you'll learn my way and only my way, wrong, that's a major mistake. You can only learn the way you learn, nobody else. As I taught many people over the years, thousands of people in public speaking, you have to learn in your own pace. It's a mistake to learn, I can learn faster than anybody else. Maybe you can. Don't ever believe you are the best at this, the best at this. It's a mistake. You see what I mean? The word mistake can come in many flavors, many uses. Be very careful how you use the word mistake. Sometimes mistakes are done on purpose, just to see if you notice, if you're thinking clearly or not. So when you see a mistake and somebody writes this or writes that, it could be a typographical error or a typo. It could be done on purpose to see if you're listening or watching. You never know. All right? Yeah, it's right to point it out. This is a mistake, sir. This is a mistake, young lady. All right? When you're driving a car, it's a mistake not to do this. It's a mistake not to do that. You have to signal where you're going, indicate behind you where you're going left or right, and so on. You'll learn many ways in driving a car or any vehicle for that matter. A mistake can cost dearly. It can cost financially, emotionally, physically, and so on. It's the word mistake. You see what I mean? The word mistake can be used many, many ways in many situations. Always remember that. Easy to spell, M-I-S-T-A-K-E, but sometimes hard to understand when to use it properly. Till next time, thanks very much for listening. Bye-bye.